Hello, vinyl community. This is Patrick, the vinyl archivist. It is the day after Christmas, December 26th, 2020, and this is going to be a pretty quick vinyl finds video. I was able to escape the confines of my house and actually go out into the wild and go to a record store. Those days seem to be few and far between, but hopefully it's going to get better. And so here's what I found. First up is actually a record we were talking about briefly today in Rachel's stream, and I commented that I never saw this record out in the wild. It's just one I never see, and lo and behold, it turns up. This is Blue Oyster Cult Spectres. There's the back cover. This jacket is trash, which is why it was in the dollar bin. The vinyl is not in bad shape at all. I just recorded it, and I think I'll actually get an archivist copy for it after I cleaned it. Played pretty good. So if I find a mint one out in the wild, I'll pick it up and re-record this, but for now this will do. I've had this before, but I wanted to re-record it, especially because Searching for Saline is one of my favorite Blue Oyster Cult songs. There's some good songs on here. Golden Age of Leather, Death Valley Nights, Are You Ready to Rock? And yes, Godzilla is on here, but I'm not a huge Godzilla fan. So that was $1. Next up is April Wine, Nature of the Beast. This is a Dutch pressing. Interesting, it's on the Fame label. I don't think it's got a Fame sticker. I don't think I've ever seen a Dutch Fame album. But I actually just recorded a US pressing on this. It was mastered at Sterling. But the reason why I got this one, other than the fact that the vinyl looked really good, and it was $1, was that if you look at the dead wax is cut pretty close to the label, and the U.S. pressing had a lot of it, so I'm wondering if this was cut hotter than the U.S. So for $1, I'll take a chance on it. Why not? Get my custom-made inner sleeve holder here. But yeah, for $1, nice Dutch vinyl. We'll see how that goes. Nature of the Beast. Next up, picked up Bad Company, self-titled. I mean, everyone knows this record. This is, I believe, this is a Monarch pressing on the custom Swan Song label. If you look, you can see the MO for Monarch there. Lucky for me, living in California, I run across lots of Monarchs. This was mastered by George Piros. There's AT/GP in the dead wax. So I'd be curious to see how this sounds compared to the UK Island. But, I think I paid $3 for this, maybe $4. But vinyl was super clean, and you know what? When I see this stuff, I get it. Next up is another title that the jacket is completely thrashed. This is Pat Benatar, In the Heat of the Night. This is the first pressing. I believe it has the very first mix of We Live for Love. And you can usually tell there's the first pressing if there is MCA/SH in the dead wax, which this has. So I have another copy of this that I recorded, but it was a little bit noisy. So this was $2.99. So I said, all right, if it's not any good, it'll make nice VCLT for somebody. Okay. Now for the better pickups. I don't see this one very often in the wild, and I got rid of my other copy. This is Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance. Probably their biggest album at the time, for sure. I mean, Electric Eye, Riding on the Wind. You know, you've got Another Thing Coming, probably their biggest hit. Inner Sleeve. Rob Halford. How did anyone not know that he was gay? Vinyl is in really good shape. Like I said, you don't see a lot of these out in the wild, at least not here. So that was a no-brainer for me. I think I paid $10 for this one, which right now for metal records is a fair price. And 2 more to go. Next up is Badfinger, Straight Up. This is US first pressing with the hype sticker, and it's still mostly in the shrink. This is on the original Apple label. Don't hardly ever see these in good condition. They're usually always beat to crap. And this one looks really, really nice. This was mastered by Lee Holka. You can tell because in the dead wax it says Sterling and then a little LH etched in. That means Lee Holka. Usually, pretty good job. He's a good mastering engineer. But I was happy to find this. I think I got this for $15, and I thought that was a pretty good deal. This thing's in immaculate condition. And last but not least, another album that I can't ever seem to leave in the record store. This is Led Zeppelin, Houses of the Holy, with the sash. Original U.S. pressing. The gatefold. Gatefold cover is in immaculate condition. Comes with the textured inner. And the vinyl. On the 1841 Broadway label with Sterling ARL, meaning Mr. Robert Ludwig mastered this. This is a Monarch pressing. The vinyl is super, super clean. I was very happy to find this. I think I paid $17 for this. And it will, if it's not as good as I think it is, I can easily sell it and make my money back. But I mean, this was so clean. It had the sash. I couldn't leave it there. So that's what I picked up today. Nothing came in the mail, and I don't know what my next video will be, but I wanted to get these out of the way so I don't fall behind. Hope everyone has a good rest of their weekend and next week to end the year, and then we'll start 2021, and hopefully it's going to be a great year for everybody. Thanks for stopping by, and see you next time.